What's up everybody, and welcome to another video on the Reviews by Russ channel. Today's video, I want to show you guys what I found today, which is the Star Wars Series 3 retro figures, the Mandalorian assortment. I was lucky enough as I went into the store today, I walked up as they were putting out the cases, and I was able to the girl opened it up. I said, that's what I'm looking for. She said, have at it. So I was able to get the shipping box and everything. I took it up and checked it out. And now I'm going to open it up and show it to you guys. So without any further ado, let's check out this new series of Star Wars retro action figures. So let's see what's in this case. All right, we'll lay these out. Looks like we have the child, the Mandalorian, another Mandalorian, KUIIL, check him out, so cool, IG-11, DUNE. This is going to be a really hot one. Everybody's going to be wanting that figure, no doubt. GREEF KARGA. And MOFF GIDEON. Oh, evil MOFF GIDEON. So cool. The dark saber appears just to look like a lightsaber that came with either the Empire Luke or Return of the Jedi Luke back in the day, and just molded in gray. We will open all of these up. This is going to be an unboxing and review, so we're going to bust all these open. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody, as you can see, the case is 8 pieces, one of each figure with 2 of the Mandalorians. But to complete your set, you will need this guy, the Retro Remnant Stormtrooper. This figure is only available in the Hasbro Pulse edition of Mandalorian Monopoly. So you're either going to spend 50 bucks on a game, or you're going to pay $30 or $40 on eBay for this figure. But if you want the entire wave, then you've got to get this guy. He rounds it out, number 8, and he is even listed on the back of the card where it tells everybody in the set. As you can see, he's the last one there, Remnant Trooper. So if you want the whole set, you need to seek this guy out if you haven't already got him. I've had him for a while, just been waiting for the rest to show up. So without any further ado, let's get to busting these guys open. All but this one. I mean, he's a Stormtrooper. We've all seen what a vintage Stormtrooper looks like loose. I'm going to keep this one for my carded set. So I'm going to sit him off to the side here, and we'll start busting open some of these figures. Moff Gideon's first, so let's just go ahead and get him. I like this. They have the vinyl capes. That's what we called them back in the day anyway. I made this one pretty oversized where it folds down nicely on the back there. Some good paint apps here. You can see, and we'll get a better look at all these once I get them all opened up and set up. But Gideon there comes with a pistol and the dark saber. Yeah, that dark saber is, like I said, it's very reminiscent of the yellow or green saber that you would find with the vintage Bespin Luke or Return of the Jedi Luke. So there we got Moff Gideon. Let's sit him over here out of the way. We'll grab Mr. GREEF KARGA next. Now these bubbles are stuck on these cards. I do not want you shoplifting these babies. Sorry, Gideon. Set him back up there real quick. GREEF KARGA, he also has a vinyl cape. Pretty cool. These feel a little different than the ones I remember as a kid. He only comes with one pistol. That's all he needs. Check him out there. And as I said, we will get a closer look at all these once we're finished. Moving on, let's grab Mr. KUIIL. I have spoken. So KUIIL has some sort of rifle, little shotgun looking rifle. A little cooler than the vintage Ugnots, in my opinion. But who doesn't love KUIIL, right? Get a look at him. Let's set him over to the side. CARA DUNE. Wow. So these bubbles are stuck on here. CARA has a pistol and a rifle. Well, that's really very rubbery, bendy. Got the little stripes on her arm. Doesn't really look like her in the face very much, but what vintage style figures did. There we have CARA DUNE. Next we'll have Mando. I'll bust this one open. The card looks a little more warped on this one, so we'll let him be the guy that gets open. Got his cool rifle and his pistol. He also has the vinyl cape, which I think is a nice touch for these retro figures. It definitely makes them feel more vintage. And we have IG-11 up next. He looks a lot like a vintage IG-88, different with the straps. Looks like the same weapons, and definitely a different color for the body, as you can see there. Get these weapons out. And they look a lot like the vintage, but they are a very dark black, so I don't think you're going to get too many people confused as to which, if these are vintage weapons or not. And the figure is definitely different enough in color and with this bandolier here that we can tell it is not a vintage IG-88. Pretty cool. And last but not least, we have the child. Look at that bubble. The thing is thick. It's probably double what a normal figure is. Compare it to the Mando there. You can see how much thicker that is. I've been looking forward to this one for a while because it's got this cool pram for him. So let's get him all out of here. Got a little stand. Some textured sand. Little peg here. Fits on there nice. Let's see if we can. All right, it doesn't fold open, it just pops, the lid just pops off. It's all right. Got Grogu's favorite snack. And Grogu himself in retro vintage style. And he just a tiny little fella. Got a little hole in the bottom to put him on a peg. You can barely see some feet kind of carved into the bottom there. His arms and his head move, so not too bad. Set him here in his little pram. And there we have everybody loose, and now we'll take a closer look. Here we have Grogu. A little closer look at Grogu sitting in his pram. You can see the sand textured stand it comes with. I would have liked to have seen that little peg be clear so it would look like it was floating. But I guess in the vintage line, they probably would not have had any kind of clear plastic in there. So I guess that's why they didn't do it. As you can see, the lid just kind of pops off, and you do have the little frog with no paint deco. Next up, we have IG-11. Said very similar to an IG-88 figure, but no doubt a different color. And then they did the nice with the straps. That's a little different than a vintage one as well. Next up, we'll take a look at Mando. A lot of nice paint apps there. This is definitely, obviously, the version before he got his new suit of full Beskar. So he does have the nice vinyl cape. I'll flip him around real quick. Folds there at the top, not near as much as Moff Gideon's. Very nice retro figure. Want to make sure to show you guys this cool rifle. Great Mando figure. Moving along, we've got Cara Dune here. As I said, I'll show you the face. Not very detailed, but this is a retro collection figure, so it shouldn't be. I do like they at least put the little tattoo on her arm. It's nice silver on the chest there. Can definitely still tell this is Cara Dune. And we'll flip her around and show you what she looks like from behind. As you can see, the strap will go over her shoulder. You can put a rifle over her shoulder. That nice two-tone on the pants. Very nice Cara Dune figure. I do believe, along with the child, this will be the hardest figure to find in this wave. Everybody's going to be trying to snatch these up and cash in on Gina Carano's cancellation, if that's what you want to call it, because it seems like that's all starting to go away already, thank goodness. We really hope Gina can come back, and this will hopefully not be the last Cara Dune figure. But we must move on, so next we'll check out Mr. KUIIL. And here we have a nice shot of KUIIL. You can see they did some good job with the paint on the eyebrows. A little plain on the clothes, but I mean, these are supposed to be like they came out in the 70s and 80s, and I believe they have done a great job at representing what these figures would look like. I have spoken. And moving right along, we have GREEF KARGA here. Very good retro version of this figure. I just recently reviewed the new TVC version, which is much more detailed. But as I said, these are retro. You can see he has the vinyl cape. I'll flip him around. See there, he's got a little extra at the top to fold down as well. Cape about down to the ankles. Really like these vinyl capes. Definitely helps them feel retro. One more look at GREEF KARGA. May not look like Carl Weathers, but hey, it does look like GREEF KARGA. I think for the vintage style, they did really good on this one. And last but definitely not least, we have Moff Gideon. The evil Moff Gideon with his pistol. As I said, here's the dark saber. It's kind of a translucent gray color. I like that they stuck with the vintage style lightsaber and didn't really try to do anything crazy with that. That way it fits in with the retro stuff really well. Very long cape. We'll flip him around. As you see, his cape folds down quite a bit there at the top and literally nearly touches the ground. One more quick look at his face there. And as you can see, they did a pretty good job. It does look like Moff Gideon. May not have that real face technology the newer figures have, but these are retro, so I think they're trying to make them look like they came out in the 70s and 80s, and I think they did a really good job. But he rounds out the wave, and now we'll just take a look at the whole set. So here we have the whole wave. As I said, there are 7 figures. At retail, 8 per case. There are 2 Mandos per case. And as I said, if you want to complete all 8, you need to get that Remnant Stormtrooper, which is available through Hasbro Pulse with their Mandalorian Monopoly game, or if you just want the figure, you can definitely head on over to eBay. And I've seen several people that have busted them out of the game, just selling the figure separately, but be prepared to pay for it. They are not cheap. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you'll know when I have new content available. I do a weekly or bi-weekly show called Russ's Recent Requisitions, where I go over all the toys I find out on the hunt. I was going to save these for that, but finding the whole case and being able to just go home and bust them open, I was pretty excited, so I figured I might as well make a video, give me an excuse to open all these really cool figures. I hope you guys enjoyed checking them out with me. Like I said, do not forget to hit that like button, and please subscribe to the channel so you'll know when I have more great Star Wars videos coming your way. And as always, I hope to see you guys next time. No action figures were harmed in the making of this video.